Hello, wonderful attendees. I'm your host, Dalvinder Kaur from Lovely Professional University. Get ready to dive into today's topic, that is key skills, career strategies, and highest packages in multimedia. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day. Dr. Shefali Katoj, Assistant Professor, School of Design, Multimedia, Lovely Professional University. With over 6 years of experience in academia, specializing in design thinking, game coding, and more. She has a proven track record of monitoring students and ensuring high placement rates also. So now I would like to introduce Mr. Suryansh Thapa, UI UX designer, optimizer. He is a B designer graphics 2024 pass out student, specialization in UX UI. He got hired as an intern by optimizer last year and just got the placement offer just a few days back. So now I would like to introduce the admission nominee also in this webinar, Mr. Ashish Kumar Sharma, a former journalist turned academic counselor with 10 years of experience, currently serving as a senior officer and territory head of types and public relations at Lovely Professional University. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone for any questions you can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be addressed from my side in the end of this webinar. And now I hand over the things to Dr. Shefali Katoj, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from her. Over to you, Dr. Shefali.
Thank you so much, Dalvinder ma'am. Thank you for such a beautiful introduction. So today we are going to discuss on key skills, career strategies, and highest packages in multimedia domain. So before getting into this particular domain, we would be knowing like what exact multimedia is. So let me share my presentation, which I have made, just a small presentation with you all. Just give me a couple of minutes. Let me share my screen. I hope it's visible.
Yes, ma'am, the screen is visible. You can continue.
Sure. Thank you so much, ma'am. So what multimedia is? So multimedia is a very wider term. So multimedia and animation is a very wider term in which majority of the digital roles used to come up in, like character artist, a journalist, a media artist, a filmmaker, a UI UX designer, a web developer, a web designer. There could be numerous field in this area. Your audio video editing, I'm talking about graphic designing, then motion graphic designing, gaming, game artist, lightener, renderer. So there are a number of opportunities in this particular area. If we go down the lane around 10 to 20 years back, there was no such domain that is existing. Officially, I'll tell you, like I am from a computer science background. So my educational qualification lies in MTech computer science engineering, BTech MTech. So when I got to know about this particular domain, I was thoroughly excited to know what exactly they are going to make, like animation, how they usually make those characters and how they make those sort of an animation movies. And how will I be contributing in this particular area? And when I get to know about it, it was a completely wonderful experience of mine. So this particular area is not offering only freelancing, placement, other things. Even very good opportunities are relying in startups and innovation these days related to UI UX designing. If I talk about uh, entrepreneurship and other things, let me take you a little bit diver into it. So here a little bit brief on this. So it's a form of communication that uses a combination of different content forms, writing, audio, video, animations, video, animation, computer, video editing, streaming, whatever that things I have already talked about. So in this particular multimedia area, right now, the very blooming area is the UI UX. So, and maybe you have witnesses in the last couple of years, Google has hired a highest package in UX designer, a UX researcher, because user experience is very important these days. It's like all about understanding human behavior and making digital solutions according to the needs of people. So whatever we see around is a design. If we are sitting in a room, there's a fan above my head, so it's like it's also a design. Some designer has made it. Whatever we see, any electronic equipments, even a pen, even any physical device that we are visualizing, everything is a design. So coming to this particular area, who has thought of a new field of UI UX? When I talk about 10 or 20 years down the lane, there was only web development. Coders used to do designing part also. What we generally used to do is we are going to take some templates online, and we usually edit those templates using HTML, CSS. Uh, so those were the things. And for backend coding, we usually do that database connectivity and other things. No one has thought of like it would be a prominent area in the upcoming future. So I'll take you to the current blooming industry in multimedia domain. So let me take you to some career opportunities and the core areas in multimedia. We deal in three main core areas of multimedia domain, that is graphics, animation, and gaming. So in graphics, we are dealing with the three primarily core areas. It's like applied graphics, like where you can go into graphic designer, a motion graphic designer. You can go for a typography artist. You can go for concept art artist. So these sort of an areas you can look for in graphics. When we talk about interaction design or interactive design, you can go for a numerous number of fields like UX researcher, visual designer, uh, you can go for UX UI designer, UI developer. So there are numerous fields related to UI UX, and uh, even these days instructional designer. This designation is coming up as a very fast kind of a thriving job skill in this UI UX area. So coming to an animation, we are having a lot of job opportunities related to rigging, 3D, 2D and 3D animation, stop motion, VFX, uh, proto artist, and there could be numerous more. So coming to the gaming part, we are having game designing, level designing, game tester, game developer. These days, AR VR is totally into a blooming area. So we are making a lot of AR VR gaming applications. So these are some of the opportunities you can see in these sort of an areas like graphics, UI UX, animation, VFX, and gaming. So in graphics, as I've already told you, graphic designer, visual designer, UX designer, UI designer for AR apps. These days, the two very prominent areas in UI UX is product designer and UI designer for AR apps. We'll talk about what exactly UX UI deals in, and how this area evolves, and what's the purpose of introducing this particular area. And we'll share a couple of the good kind of highlights in this particular area with you in the upcoming time and in upcoming slides. The few areas that you're already aware of: web designer, application designer, mobile app designer, social media managers, motion graphic designers. Apart from this, illustrator, concept artist, there could be numerous more. And when we talk about animation and VFX, there are shading artist, modeler, 2D, 3D animator, VFX compositor, layout artist, audio video editors, digital mat artist, multimedia specialist, roto artist, and gaming. I have already told you, development, designing, testing, layout artist, conceptual artist. These days, I have learned about AI. Like AI is going to replace number of the field areas, and I believe there could be numerous doubts in the upcoming generation related to AI, how AI would be playing a prominent role in all these fields. So we will be discussing that also in the meanwhile. So these are some of the top recruiters in the UX UI field or a digital animation. Lollipop Studio, NetBrahma Studio, Optimizer, Pico, Cool, Lead Square. There are big names associated in this particular Gemini, Cognizant, Pony, Amazon. So there are a lot more. Tech Mahindra is a very big Technicolor. These all are the big names in this particular area, and the hiring is huge. Okay, let me take you a little bit diver into UX UI as the highest packages, because our seminar is not only about discussion on multimedia areas, not only graphics, gaming, and basic graphics, basic animation and VFX. So we are going to discuss about what's the highest package. So the highest package, as you know, is going to be available in UX UI. So I'm going to discuss a little bit more deeper into it about it. So from where this, what do you think? Like from where this UX UI is going to be evolved? It actually starts with design thinking. It's a complete process. I'll take you to these particular examples. When we talk about design thinking, you may have witnessed these examples numerous times, like Parker pen, this MRI machine that used to basically haunt kids. These MRI machines, whenever been introduced to some cancer kids or some kids who's having some chronic diseases, got feared when kids got feared when they usually get put into these sort of MRI machines. So designers, what designers have done, they have I believe this is a research from Stanford University, or I'm not exactly remembering the name of the university who has done this particular research, and they reinvented, redesigned. It's not only design is not only like we are going to create something new always. It's like we are going to propose something in an existing design also. So they redesigned this MRI machine. Uh, they redesign with the concept of playing, adventuring, so that whenever the kids gets into this particular hospital room, they don't feel that fear in their mind. They feel like they are going into some sort of an adventure, and they are going to have some playful activity in that. So like this, whosoever, let's say Stanford or any university researchers have done this particular thing, they have understood a kid's psychology before redesigning or reinvented this product. Similarly, we take about this. You can tomato ketchup, these boxes, or some sort of face wash you generally use. So if you go back the lane, there was something like we used to use bottles in a square manner, and it's like up front from the top. And after understanding, like being an Indian psychology, you need to understand the market also. That's very important. Like whenever you are designing for the people, whenever you are trying to understand what the user is demanding from you, you need to understand the market also. So it's like whenever India market used to like I must not be discussing here with you, but it's like it's a very phrase we used to say number of times. We usually, being an Indian, we usually use a cloth multiple times after wearing. We use it for dusting also. So having an Indian psychology, we use the last tip of a toothpaste or a ketchup box or like a face wash. So companies reinvented their designs like that. Understanding the consumer psychology, you need to reiterate, redesign. Only then you would be able to bring a good market strategy. So it's like whenever you are designing for the user, we need to understand the human psychology also to map their mental model into our conceptual model. That's a very important thing whenever we are designing. uh, Coming to this Parker pen case study, you may have witnessed, like when the Parker pen gets introduced into the market, it was something big failure, a complete big failure it is. So Parker pen company conducted a research, a field research they have conducted, and they got to know like this is not the market they are pitching. They need to make it in a giftive manner. They need to make it in a luxurious manner. Only then they would be able to pitch and command higher prices in this particular area. Otherwise, whosoever is going to buy a 500 rupee pen, if they are getting into a 5 rupee, no one is used to. Specifically in Indian market, it's a big no. So they understood the human psychology. They understood the they understood the basic market in which they are going to introduce the product. So they redesigned their brand strategy over there and bring those Paga pen into some sort of a luxurious manner with a higher quality inks, so that that Parker pen would be utilized for a longer span of time, and people would love to invest in these sort of an item. So whenever you are designing for the consumer, you need to first of all understand the user psychology. Then you need to only then you would be able to create a better user experience, and then you need to work on the UI part and the brand strategy also, like a market strategy, how you would be able to pitch that further. So this is a little bit just a brief on how this particular area emerges. So a little bit crux on these. There are a number of students that usually come to me every day, and they usually ask like whether we are in UX UI, whether we are going to design mobile applications, web applications, and this is all. So the answer is no. It's the UX UI is doesn't UX UI area doesn't deal only with the development of web or mobile application. They usually deal with the designing of any sort of a product or interface. We usually operate number of devices every day, like microwave oven, washing machine, smart refrigerator. There are a lot of smart digital appliances that have emerged into the market these days. So interface designing is whenever you are designing an easy, intuitable interface for your end users, so that they need not to think a lot. Like maybe you may have also encountered the problem just like me. Whenever we used to operate microwave oven or washing machine with a numerous set of an options, we got confused sometimes because we are always in hurry, right? So if there are numerous options, users get confused. So there comes a need of minimalism. We need to minimal the number of options according to the prioritized needs of our end user. So whatever we visualize in our day-to-day life, design thinking, or when we talk about design thinking, it's like we are going to resolve any sort of a problem from our by visualizing any sort of day-to-day activities. We need to design some sort of solution for those problems. And when we are talking about the user experience design, we are going to enhance our end user experience by understanding human psychology and mapping user mental model with the designer conceptual model. Also, the market needs other things and other parameters also needs to be counted up. We can't ignore error handling. We can't ignore other parameters in this. Definitely, accessibility definitely is a very wider parameter than this. So a little bit brief on this user interface, crux, visual representation, a user experience, how the user is, like if you are taking, let's say, a chocolate, so how the chocolate wrap is been there. So that is a visual representation, whether that's attractive, whether that package is grabbing your attention. So that's called a visual representation, UI of chocolate. And when you are tasting that chocolate, whether that chocolate is giving you a good taste or not. Customer experience is a wholesome journey of buying that chocolate. Let's say whether the chocolate is being available to you in an easier manner or not, whether their home delivery services and other services, like throughout the entire process is going to be mapped in the customer experience. So this is a brief on UX UI, and we would be discussing what sort of packages are available in India and in international market, how many ranges of this particular area is right now in there. So these are the basic, some of the courses that we deal with. We usually offer specialization in 3D asset, animation, VFX, UI, UX design, game development, and other things. we are having some sort of the innovative courses, considering the market needs and our pedagogical initiatives. So we introduced 3D avatars last year in some of our courses, NFT, metaverse, interaction design. These are some sort of innovative courses that we have introduced last year. Coming to the pedagogy, so we are dealing with freelancing projects. I already discussed with you in the very beginning, like coming from an engineering background where we used to pay for internship. There used to be a mandatory 6 month summer internship, 6 months internship that we need to do in the end of our degree, and there used to be 4 weeks mandatory internship that we used to do after our third year or probably second year. I am exactly not remembering. So I still remember we need to pay to get that internship or a training. But what I love about about this particular area is here the students are getting paid. It's not like they are paying. Moreover, they are earning while learning, in the sense like there are the students used to start building up their portfolio, I believe, in the very beginning of the second year, probably, and then they usually get a lot of freelance clients, uh, and we usually teach them like how they would be building up that freelancing market, and how the students would be able to earn also while continuing their studies. Even Suryansh is a very good example of that. I believe he has started his freelancing uh, by second year, fourth semester. So there are a lot of project courses. The whole concept is practical and the project based only. There are no theory courses. You cannot to in Indian language I would be saying ratify anything. It's no need to cram, no need to learn and rememberize the things. You just need to implement. Sorry, you just need to implement in softwares. You just need to experiment. You just need to having a hands-on on different softwares, and based on that you will be evaluated also in your final exam. So coming to the pedagogy part, yeah, competitions. Our students used to win big national and international competitions. Uh, some of these were mentioned. Go 48 is one of the international challenge. Thereby, our students are participating and winning consecutively for the last 3 to 4 years. UIX hackathons from Talent House. As one of the students, Siddhant Tiwari, won for 50,000 cash prize in Talent House. Then there are freelancer.com, and there are other platforms also. I believe Suryansh has also joined us. So, and more to add on to this, I have already discussed you in the very beginning. We are coming to a new generation of UI UX. It wasn't something like uh, there was when the competition in the market was very less related to UX UI, and the students used to make those smartwatch interfaces and that simple web interfaces and the mobile applications interfaces. So this is not going to work today in UX UI area. You need to bring something innovative, like maybe a packaging could be a different, like you may have heard of that bicycle advertisement, like that. Just that brand manager has just changed the the packaging part and how it converted into a huge revenue of the company. So we are slowly moving our students to more creative sides, and our students are participating in innovation related competitions at national and international levels, like Innovathon, Innotech. There could be numerous competitions that our students participate. So before taking you into the highlights of our school, Multimedia, I would love to have one of our student who has just passed out. Suryansh. Suryansh, am I audible to you? Suryansh, your voice is not audible.
Is it audible now?
Yeah. it is.
Yeah.
So as Dalvinder ma'am has already introduced you, I would like to make you kind of introduced into our audience once again. So he's our just pass out 2024 batch student who has got his placement offer just a couple days back, uh, whopping up of around 23 LPA in Optimizer. He got selected as an intern last year, and he is a third, I believe. This is the third time Optimizer, when he joined Optimizer, there was a third time company has came to us. Before
Yeah.
that, of the alumni also got selected over there, and I believe consecutively this fourth year also are one of the student, Mr. Anurag, who is going to pass out
Yeah.
next year.
Anurag.
He is also being selected by the company. So a lot of alumni have been there in this company, and there are numerous more. As you can interact as with the student, and you would be able to know. So Suryansh, we have discussed various opportunities in the multimedia area, and we would like to take your call on this. Like, how was your experience being a UX UI designer in the company, and what do you feel like industry is demanding right now? I was talking about like, uh, it's not a time like when there was used to be very less competition in the market related to UX UI, and people used to make some sort of what we can call as mobile application interfaces, web application interfaces, and other things, smartwatch interfaces using. We started with Adobe XD,
Yeah.
and thereby we slowly migrated to different Sketch, Figma, and other InVision, other softwares. So it's like now the market is going a little bit very up when it when we talk about creativity, innovation, when we talk about designing design systems for brands and other things. So, what is your opinion on this, and what's the current market need?
So initial part, it was more focused. It was also like it was more like design focused. But as soon as I got into the industry, I realized like it's beyond that because design is something that you can improve over time, right? But the main thing that all these industry, all these MNCs and everything, they ask for is your thought process and the way you solve a problem. So it's more based on how you solve a problem rather than the end product. They want to see how your thought process works, how you understand the problem, how you come up with solution, and it has like its own parts, right? Because design is the end goal. Like you have to have a good hands-on design, but the way your mind thinks, right? This is what the industry is asking for. People with great problem solving skills, the way they can, understand what the user needs and their pain points and everything, and they can break it down and in the end come up with the solution that would end up in a, very good looking design. So first and foremost, and the most important thing is thought process and the way you solve a problem. And that's it.
Definitely. So, even when I teach in my classes, I always focuses more on the UX part, like how the concept needs to be bring it out. It's not only like how you are basically resolving the problem and whether that your problem is resolved with how much accuracy. So it's not only going to be about the final outcome or the final deliverable that you are going to produce at the end. So it's like the whole entire process that you have undergone, and how that the same thing that you explained us, like it's a complete thought process, how innovative a person
Yeah.
can think, right? So
Yeah.
it's like we definitely bring something new into our portfolio so that companies would be picking us with the higher packages, right? So and come
Yeah. In college also, it was more like when we were doing our assignments and everything. Like I also had this mindset like we need to have very beautiful designs and everything, but that is not something that companies look for. Obviously, you need to have some creativity and everything, but it's more of a process thing. Even when new students, even freshers, they would think about, they need to make something very beautiful that would be very eye pleasing to the, users and the clients that they're going to have. But when they look into your portfolio, the main thing that they're going to focus on the breakdowns that you have, the process, your initial part, whether it is a logo design or anything, each and everything in design has to be in process. So it's not like some people are like, this is not something that we need to show, but it brings out your whole roadmap of how you're doing things. So it gives a very good impression to the clients or the companies, that it's not just you just add a high fidelity design. It's more like, okay, you started from this design, you thought of this design, but it came from this phase and everything, and then you end up with this thing. So that is something very beautiful. That is something really nice that the companies are looking for. And I would really recommend that you add your own process to your portfolio.
Definitely. Yeah. And Suryash, to your surprise, I would be saying the students would be repeatedly using the same design processes. They believe like if double diamond is a kind of process, they used to use the same thing everywhere. If design thinking is
Yeah.
involving a certain sort of process, they are using the same define, empathize, ideate, and other
Mhm.
things. So probably it's a very correct statement of yours. Like student needs to bring their own design process. They need to
Yeah.
bring something new. So
Yeah.
very rightly said. So, Sunash, how was your experience with the web development team, and how much do you think like how the handoff is going to be an easier or the tougher one?
Oh, it's another process. So uh, we don't think about, and we also know about all these things. So it's like in the initial part, we were assigned to do the bug tracking and everything. So first, you need to understand how the company works and whatever the products of the company has. It works. So I'm in a SaaS-based company, so we have softwares and everything. So, so you need to understand the softwares and the tools that the company is providing, right? So first, you have to understand all those things, and then the initial thing that we had to do was looking for vulnerabilities. So, are there any UX issues? Are there any usability issues? Then you have to file them, and the engineers would look into them, and the PM team would look into them. And if it's a P1 or it's a high priority, then we have to um, solve it as soon as possible. With web development team, it's more like first you have a PRD, so you have a product discussions of what new tool that we going to bring up. Then it's a long process. It's like it takes months. The whole discussion takes months, and then it comes up to the design team. Then we come up with the different problems and also solutions. Okay, we're looking into something new, and these are the things that we might face or we are facing right now. So we're looking into vulnerabilities even when we have not initiated the whole end development, right? And after that, when the design team is done with their ideations and all the wireframes and everything, then it goes to the engineering team. Then it comes back to the design team to understand, okay, if we're doing everything right or no, and if everything is through the process and everything. And again, it goes back to the engineers for after our review. And then there's a um, I would say rough development part that is being done, and then we do it before it goes live. So and before the end product, it we see local thing where we look into like what is the client is going to see and everything, and we work on it. And if there are any vulnerabilities, again it comes to the design team. Then we do the final review, and after that it goes live. It's a whole different
The whole
department.
reiteration process.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so actually designing is all about reiterations. You need to understand the pain points of your end user, and you need to
Yeah,
reiterate it till the time the user needs are going to be meet up through your design.
definitely.
Yeah. So, and how did you think like these days, like there are a lot of industries talking a lot on the accessibility considerations. So, what is your call? Like how, because you probably in the last 1 year have worked on numerous client projects. So,
Yeah.
how your clients would be accepting this accessibility and the usability consideration, and how you industry people are mapping those considerations exactly into your product or service. So whether you feel like some new methodologies and other emerging areas in this accessibility considerations needs to be mapped?
Yeah. So before this company, when I was like working with different clients and everything, I realized this one thing, that communication is very necessary. So in the first year of my college, like I was not very good with communication. I was like that kid who was like always quiet in class, was not saying anything. But when we started getting into UI UX and everything, I realized that communication is very necessary, and uh, it does not matter what kind of thought you have in UI UX. It's like you need to put it in words, as like आप जितना उस चीज को वर्ड्स में बयां करोगे, the more you're going to understand what the other people other person is also thinking about, right? And they would also understand your perspective of things. So no idea is big, no idea is small, there's just ideas. So so through communication, I realized that okay, accessibility is also something that also needs to work on, because the smaller clients, the upcoming startups and everything, they do not actually focus on the accessibility part. So as a designer, it's your responsibility to make them understand and communicate with them that this is an important part, because your target audience might not always be someone who has all the abilities and everything. So we need to put them also in consideration and design in such a way that it's for a normal user as well, and it's something with especially able people can also use. In MNCs also we follow the same, like whether it's contrast and everything, like people with as like you can see I'm wearing a spectacle, so I also have some vision problems and everything. So we go through different contrasts and everything. So we need to, so there are different aspects of these things. These, like every company have their own aspects, they have their own design system and their own process that the company has in their training program. So they teach you all these things, and if you have something of your own, you can communicate with the company
Yeah.
of how we can improve the accessibility. And there's some uh, stages that we are not taking in consideration. So this is how it works. Like every company has their own function, so it works like that.
Okay. Even to your surprise, you may not have witnessed your juniors' work. So I'll show a couple of the projects with you. Like this is one of the project that has just been nominated this year in Asia Awards. So this is a project by your juniors, companion application called Companion, which is going to resolve loneliness among old people. They have recognized this problem in an India market, and they are proposing some sort of a very good solution considering different sort of accessibility considerations. So definitely when you talk about accessibility, we need to design and these days companies are preferring, every big house is
Yeah.
preferring the design who is being going to be acceptable by a wider audience, by all sort of people, whether it could be specially abled. They are targeting any sort of an audience, even the niche audience also, depending on the different sort of considerations. So accessibility, I believe, is going to be a big player in the upcoming time, because companies are slowly taking this parameter, or like they are basically, people are also very intelligent these days, so they just don't want to have any sort of a dark patterns, and they just want to focus more on the accessibility considerations, how easy or the intuitive design would be playing up a role for them. So thank you, Suryansh, for sharing your valuable insights on your journey, and how you are feeling after entering into the industry. So these are some of the highlights of 2023 to 2024 batch, last year batch of your juniors also. You may have not witnessed this because you have joined the industry. So Akash, as to maybe you have met your juniors. So this is a student who has just come from Russia last week after 1 week summer exchange program, internship kind of. And there is one more student who has gone for study exchange for a year, 1 year program. Both are B design graphics, and to your part, innovation, creativity. So this is your achievements. So these are some sort of latest emerging topics that are coming up, like how the UX UI is going to be blooming in creativity and innovation. So we are focusing more on these sort of areas. So these all are the highlights of Innotech 2023-2024. And as your classmate Ronak has got a funding, and finally one day back his beta project has been launched. So hopefully this time we are waiting for a huge launch. So let's see how we are going to have a big party in this particular area in entrepreneurship also. So our most of the UX UI students are going for various innovations and startups rather than focusing merely on placements and freelancing. So this is a very big achievement in the field of UX UI. So, and to add on to this, we are going to propose some sort of UI positions for AI, AR and VR also, because 5 years now onwards, we see a very good industry in AR and VR. So we are going to make some sort of UI applications for the AR VR solution. So let's see. So these are all of your works, and all of our big alumni into the big enterprises. Siddhant Tiwari in Lenskart, Sarthak Tiwari right now is just pay with very huge packages. Aditya Raj Pandey, he's in Rento Mojo, I believe. MD Iftekhar is earning his own source of an income with, the very big amounts that Russell as working as a product designer. Kushi, she is preparing for study exchange, but her portfolio is very good. Harsh is selected as a graphic designer, in pool with 8.65 LPA. We never expected like graphic designers would be getting 8 to 10 LPA. Apart from the UX UI, even the graphic designer, like conceptual part is blooming more, like the attractiveness and the appeal of the UI is going to take. So Anurag, being your intern, is just got selected in Optimizer. Sapti is working in Rockstar Games. Mohammed Shah is working in Bangalore-based gaming company only. So there are a lot more. The achievements are not less, and the portfolios that we focus more on, like is going to be a big player in this industry. So these are your one of the packages. Your name is on the top, Suryansh. So these are the top 5 freelancers, and you can see the amount is around. This is only 42 lakhs that you people have earned being a freelancer. I was talking about your journey about freelancing. You started freelancing in the second year, no?
First year only.
First
The
year
first
only.
year only. Yeah.
That I was talking about, like the freelancing and the other things I really like about this particular domain. Being an engineer, we used to pay, and being a designer, you always earn. That was something always hurting me a lot. But now I can proudly say that I am also into this particular field. So no more engineering and coming like engineer come UX UI. So both are going to be hand on. So this is all our achievements for alumni entrepreneurs. All are running their own companies with the huge amounts. So this is all related to our presentation and our discussion related to UX UI. Thank you, Suryansh, for having a beautiful discussion. Thank you, other legitimate people, Dalvinder ma'am, Ashish sir, for having us in this webinar. Thank you so much. This is all from our side.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shefali and Mr. Suryansh. Can you please stop sharing your screen, ma'am?
Sure.
So now I would request to the admission nominee, Mr. Ashish Kumar Sharma, to be on the screen. Over to you, Mr. Ashish.
Thank you so much, Dalvinder. Thank you so much, Suryansh and Ms. Shefali Katoch. Suryansh, it's wonderful to hear you, and thanks for coming on this forum and to enhance the confidence of our viewers and the upcoming prospective candidates of Lovely Professional University. So first of all, I would like to congratulate you, Suryansh. You have got the top package from Lovely Professional University, and you have shared your journey. So without taking much time, I would like to share the screen. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. The screen is visible. You can continue.
So I will start with the accreditations and approval part. I would like to flaunt this thing. Now we are NAC A++ university. We have got this grade recently, and we have got the highest score in first cycle of accreditation among all the government and private institutions, which is 3.68 on 4-point scale. We have few other accreditations with us. For example, Council of Architecture, Pharmacy Council of India, the Indian Association of Physiotherapists, Bar Council of India, Punjab State Council for Agricultural Education. So other associations are also there, Association of Indian University. So it is a very proud thing that one should notice about any educational institution. It is a request from my side, being an admission nominee. I would like to request all the participants, wherever you are willing to go, wherever you want to go, wherever you want to get the admission, few things you need to know about the institution, and one of the best feature is Association of Indian Universities participation, and wherever you are taking admission, you need to be focused on the accreditations as well. So let's talk about rankings and awards. We have got the 23rd rank in World University rankings. We have got the 2nd rank in World University with Real Impact ranking. In Atal ranking of institution on innovation achievements, we have got the 3rd rank. Now, as the curriculum is very important, co-curricular activities and extracurricular activities are also very important. So this is also one of the aspects which you need to check upon whenever you are comparing the institutions to take admission. So Lovely Professional University is the university which is providing you the equal opportunity to participate in extracurricular activities, whether it is sports, whether it is arts and culture, whether it is literary, whether it is entrepreneurship, right? So many extra things are going on into the Lovely Professional University. So this is again a proud thing which I need to tell you, which I want to flaunt over here. In Tokyo Olympics, Lovely Professional Universities students were there, and 13 students have participated in Tokyo Olympics, and out of 13, 12 have won the medal for their country. Neeraj Punia, Neeraj Chopra, Bajrang Punia, the then hockey captain Manpreet Singh, and other were there in the list. This is the recent achievement. 37 National Inter-University Youth Festival. We were the champions. Maka Sports Trophy, we were the first runner-up. 19th Asian Games, we have represented over there and bring the glory and laurels to the university and the country as well. Now, see the level of exposure you are going to get over here in Lovely Professional University. This is something very unique for any private university. Indian Science Congress, since 1913, there is a series of Indian Science Congress, and very rare it has happened in Punjab that any private university has got the Indian Science Congress, and Lovely Professional University has got in 2019, and this was the moment when Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, he was here on the campus to inaugurate the event. So this is the level of exposure you are going to get over here. His Holiness Dalai Lama, he was here in one of the convocations of the university. not just to confer the degrees, but to share his, his teachings to the disciples here in the university. In the frame, you can see two presidents of the two various countries, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, the then president of India, and Shri Hamid Karzai. He was the president of Afghanistan, and our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Ashok Mittal, currently a member of Parliament from Rajya Sabha. Late Shri Arun Jaitley ji, he was here on the campus for the venture. We have come up with the project LPU Startup School. He was here for the inauguration, and we are promoting the students to earn while they are learning, as already Shefali has had told in her session, in her presentation. Venkaiah Naidu ji, he was the vice president of the country. He was here in one of the convocation to provide the degrees to the students. Gohar Gopal Das, he was here on the campus to share his teachings. See the level of exposure. You are going to get the inclusive growth over here. Of course, these people are also coming to the campus, but not just to dance, but to share their lifetime experiences, lifetime struggles, how they have survived into the industry, and they have made their name. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, few other actors are there in the list. Dance director Prabhudeva, Ranbir Kapoor, Akshay Kumar, and we have also enlisted our name in Guinness World Record. So who knows? God knows who you are the next who is going to get the glory on your name in Guinness World Record through Lovely Professional University. This is the kind of infrastructure we have got in Lovely Professional University. This is an open air theater. This is an indoor auditorium with the capacity of 2,500 people. iMac Lab to bring more practical exposure and hands-on practice in your school of animation and multimedia. Every school has their own library, but we do have our central library where we do have more than 9 lakh books, and you can get them issued free of cost, whichever the book is of your requirement. This is the heart of the university. This is the center place of the university campus. We call it Uni Center. This is a shopping mall, and just behind this building, we have got Uni Hotel, where students of School of Hospitality, they get hands-on practice in Uni Hotel. Let's go inside the Uni Mall. This is an inside view of the shopping mall where you can meet all your needs inside the campus only. We have got the high-tech gymnasium inside the campus. Even the bowling alley is there. We have got 50-bedded hospital inside the university campus and ambulance services 24/7. If you need in the emergency, we are always ready to serve you. This is an aerial view of the Unipolis, and we are also taking care of energy generation. You can see the solar panels over the roof. This is a panoramic view of the university campus, and just for the information enhancement, we are the 8th greenest and cleanest campus in India. We are a lush green campus. This is a night view of the Lovely Professional University. We are completely ragging-free campus. Your wards, if the parents are listening to this video, your wards, your children are completely safe. They are entirely in a safe campus, in a ragging-free zone. We have got indoor sports complex where you can find each and every court for the sport. You name a sport and we have it in our indoor sports complex. These are badminton courts, shooting ranges are there, basketball courts, even the squash court is there. And we have got the swimming pool of Asian Games level. This is an aerial view of our indoor sports complex. Now let's go live. I will tell you how you can contact us and how you can find us on our website. This is our website. You just need to search www.lpu.in, and whenever you will land on our homepage, you can you can easily find us through admissions after 12th, regular programs, then multimedia, and these are the programs which are available here. Let me show you how you can do it. Admissions after 12th, regular programs, design, interaction design, interior and furniture design, film and TV production, product and industrial, fashion, multimedia and animation. If you are searching for multimedia and animation, then further 6 programs are there. BSc Design Multimedia, B Design Multimedia, BSc Design Graphics, B Design Graphics, and the difference is only of the duration. Let us talk about B Design Graphics. Then the eligibility is you must have 50% aggregate marks in 12th class, and you will have to qualify our entrance exam, which is LPU NEST, National Entrance and Scholarship Test. We do provide a very handsome scholarship to the intelligent and brilliant students. We do respect the academic excellence of each and every student. So you can earn your own scholarship for all the semesters. Once the scholarship will be conferred in the first semester, it will remain same till the last semester. Right. So let me tell you about the scholarships. We do provide scholarships on the basis of your previous qualification, on the basis of LP NEST, on the basis of UC NIFT if you have appeared in, and few other scholarships are also there. We do provide scholarships to the serving and retired defense, CAPF and paramilitary personnel and their dependents, to the orphans and to the persons with certain disability. So let me tell you how you can contact us directly. Please, you can take a screenshot of this page as well, and you can or you can write down the contact number as well. You can dial us and you can contact us with our admission counselors. And the number is 01824 5100 01824 404404. And you can chat with our admission counselors over the WhatsApp through chat. And the contact number is, you just need to ping on this number 9852569000. You can also write us an email at admissions@lpu.co.in. And for the general inquiry, you can write us on info@lpu.co.in. One more very unique feature is we are available in your town as well. Our admission counselors are available. From here, you can search your state. For example, I'm searching for Bihar. So all the representatives of Lovely Professional University, those who are experienced, those who are perfect admission counselors are available in your city. So you can contact them to get yourself counseled for the academics. That's all from my side. Jalvinder, if you want to ask any question, you can.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ashish Kumar Sharma. And once again, thanks to our experts,
Welcome.
Dr. Shefali and Mr. Suryansh. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. Your presence, enthusiasm, and active participation have made this experience truly special. Hopefully, the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilize the information for better decision making regarding admissions. If anyone wants to access this webinar again, they can visit our website, that is lpu.in, or can be accessed on YouTube also. Stay connected with us for future webinars. Until we meet again, with the permission of my seniors, I will be signing off this webinar. Take care and goodbye. Have a beautiful day.
All the best, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Suryansh. Take care.
Thank you.